All right, guys. So this is now day 3 of week 2 of microlesion therapy, and I think that I've pretty much proven my point about how all of this is working out. You see the bones. You see this. I've shown you the body and all that stuff. But I only have I think maybe a couple of days left in my vacation, and I am tired, so I'm going to go and take that time off. So I won't be on camera for a little while. And I thought I'd just let you guys know that I'm not going to continue. Just at the beginning of this whole thing, I said I'm definitely going to do 1 week, and I won't disappoint you, but will I do 2 whole weeks? Maybe. And so I've decided that I've got a lot of chores to do and a lot of stuff going on, and I really could use the rest. As you can see, the wrinkle within the wrinkle has faded. If I keep this up for another week, maybe 2, maybe 3, the wrinkles will go away on their own, which will be pretty awesome. And, the longer you do this thing that I'm talking about, the better the results are going to be. Now, if you start going to a zombie cell percentage that is, 0, then you become cancer-free, which is awesome. But you also have to worry about if you go too far down in your fat cell percentage, if you go really, really too far down, then you could start losing collagen and stuff like that, which I'm not even close to. If you were, I'm not going to show you because obviously it's inappropriate. If you took a look at my glutes and my quads, you would see that there's no striations and all that jazz. So I have so much more to work on before I could even consider competing in a bodybuilding, even like classic physique or something like that. There is no way that I could, or that I'm even close to being that impressive when it comes to my overall bodybuilding abilities right now. But do I really need to go that far? And the answer is probably not. So long as I'm staying cancer-free, I'm feeding my bones, I'm feeding my muscles, I'm getting plenty of rest. Perhaps I'm not getting enough rest still right now. I should get plenty of rest right now before the usual day-to-day starts up again. And so therefore, if you keep doing those things and you use the inverted pyramid, right? The majority of what you're supposed to be drinking is clean water, and then underneath that it's clean protein, and then underneath that it's all the vitamins and minerals and whatever else. Depending on how old you are, you probably want to have less salts. You probably want to have no added sugar because you can get sugar from vegetables and you can get sugars from fruit. And so you can get your stuff from other sources, and you can get your fat from vegetables, which is easier to clean out from your system. The people who get the animal fat, it's harder for them to get rid of it. And therefore, that is why I say you should do one thing. But if you're getting protein and clean protein from powders and drinks and all that jazz, just if you choose the vegetable version, you're just going to get it out of your system more quickly than you are from those that grind in the animal fats. So I'm sure that there's plenty of powders and things that don't have ground fat, animal fat in it, which is, you can pick those. And some of those come from animals too. They were able to somehow remove that. So just like when you eat your steak, if you drain out the fat, I think do they call it straining? I don't know. Ask Coach Doucette and Israel, whoever is your favorite coach. There's plenty of amazing coaches out there. It doesn't have to be the celebrity coaches from YouTube. They all know how to do the math if you ask them. So anyway, the last thing that I wanted to talk about today is that flex, that incredibly manly flex that a lot of men do, which in the modern world of technology, as Eli, the computer guy, might say, is really not the flex that you might think. How do you finish that sentence? Oh, in my younger years, or even now, I've been with this many or X many women, X many men, X many non-binary, whatever. That sounds like a crazy flex. But if you're the kind of person who is looking to find love, looking to find a partner for life, with whom to have children, that is really not a flex. That is really not a flex, because all you're saying there, if you really want to translate it, is I have had X amount of chances of contracting some kind of disease. So whether you're a man with your party line or a female using this party line, all you're really promoting is, well, especially if you are the kind of person who is not performing safe, you're not using the protection that you're supposed to be using, right? Some people, they're extremely protective and they use the proper protection, and even if they've had many partners, they're always 100% sure that they're not doing the wrong stuff and they're being clean, very, very clean, like Mr. Clean. Then, okay, well, that's a different story. But let's face it, the majority of people out there are not being protected. And so every time you advertise, well, yeah, I've been with X many, blah, blah, blah. What you're really doing is, as I said before, advertising you have just that many more chances, and people can do the math, of having contracted something bad. And the reason why that's bad is then if the two parents are not clean, when they produce a child, they could transfer their disease onto the child. So really, is that what you want to do? So is it really that much of a flex? So I worry very much about this kind of thing. And I said that child abuse starts way before the moment of conception. And it is, if the two parents are not clean and safe and haven't been, doing it the right way with protection, then really you're not flexing. You are just a liability. A liability is what you are. Anyway. So at the very least, before you start a family and decide to have children, if you've had a life of debauchery and promiscuity, maybe get tested. Make sure that you clean out your system well before you decide to have children, because, as I said before, so many of these diseases can be passed on to the little ones. And this is like what should be called the original sin in the Bible. It is that thing that the child has no power in, if they get this disease, it is of no fault of their own. But that could truly affect how they turn out in their future. So before you do decide to start a family, maybe get tested for everything, both of you, male and female, because there's a chance that you could ruin the life of your child. Anyway, and with that, guys, thank you for watching yet another one of my videos of how ugly is my face. Stay happy and healthy. Live